Hey everyone, it's Major Reaction coming at you with my latest edition of Toy Talk Timeout. Today we'll be going over a few pickups that I've been eagerly anticipating, and we'll probably be talking about a couple other things after that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. First thing I'm going to open is a package from Jeff Van Heining. I think I made this deal over the action figure flea market. So he had a lot of things for sale that he was trying to get rid of. I guess he was selling his whole collection. So one of those items in particular caught my eye. It's a Batman villain that I've been wanting for a long time. He had it for a pretty good price. I'm sure a lot of Batman fans can already tell who this is going to be. And this figure looks like a beauty. Really good condition from what I can see so far. Awesome. Clayface. I've been wanting a Clayface for days, and this one is awesome. Huge body, has an ab crunch, pretty decent articulation, posable pieces. The arms feel like rubber. It's pretty crazy. You can see gonna be careful when I test out the articulation on this particular figure. You got some stumpy little legs though. That's funny. For such a big figure, having such stumpy little legs might end up being a little bitch to pose him. But no matter what, he's gonna look badass. I already have a few scenes planned out for this bad boy. Really awesome figure. Really like the look of his face. Alright, let's move on to the next box. Size comparison next to the Marvel Legends, the thing that I recently got. Get him all standing up straight knees. Clayface is actually about a head taller. Really nice figure. Thank you very much, Jeff. Right. This next package was a trade I made with Muhammad Nurola over the Daily Planet. I saw he had a couple of these for trade, and I've been hunting really hard for the last few months trying to find this particular figure. All he wanted was a Stormtrooper in trade, which you recently saw I got from Toys R Us. So here he is, this bad boy, Agent Venom. Finally got a hold of him. Really happy I got him with the end result price that I did, because at the store I go to, they wanted $35 for him, and there was no way I was going to pay that much. So I'm really glad I got him for trade for a Stormtrooper, which is basically a $20 figure. So awesome trade. Thanks a lot, Muhammad. Thanks for hooking it up. Still on package. Can't wait to bust this bad boy out. Okay, so last but definitely not least, Target recently got these figures in that I've been waiting for, and they're doing the free shipping, so I couldn't wait to buy these. Unfortunately, these probably will, besides the Human Torch, these will probably be some of the last toys I buy for a while, as Christmas is coming and I need to save up money to buy some good gifts for my family. But this is a great way to end out. So let's show you what I got here. Yes, that was one of my diorama pieces, so no biggie. Alright, awesome. Got that Marvel Legends Target exclusive 3-pack with the Miss Marvel, Captain America, and Radioactive Man. I was looking really hard in a bunch of the stores for this recently. I went to like 4 or 5 different stores, even a couple ones outside of my area, and had no luck finding this. So the fact that it went up for sale with free shipping it made it you know, no brainer. So I went ahead and bought this. I still have my Miss Marvel from the Toy Biz era still mint on card, so I'm gonna open this pack up and gonna have some fun with these guys. All right, so that's been the haul portion of the Toy Talk timeout, and now we'll move on to some A.C.B.A. talk. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys a couple of the gripes I was having with the new Marvel 3-pack. Right out of the box, already experiencing some issues, mainly with the Radioactive Man. As you can see, this boot is super loose, just way too easy to move right out the box. This one's even worse. That plastic's really bugging me. That's one thing I've been noticing about the newer Marvel Legends is the plastic feels a lot different than some of the older ones. I noticed it really bad on the Star-Lord and on the Spideys, where the double joints are on their arms. It feels really flimsy and really fragile. On this guy, his arms and legs are decent. It's just these boots that I'm having trouble with. They're really, really loose right out of the box. Haven't even really done anything with them yet, and already I'm having issues with that. One thing that was happening was up here at the cut up here. I was having trouble getting out to actually unfreeze it and like break it slowly to get it to actually rotate. I love the color on this figure though. That translucent plastic looks really cool when you put up a nice light to him. It really gives off that radioactive glow. The cat figure is actually pretty decent figure. The only thing I was having trouble with was the head. It's really right out the box. It's just really loose on the pivot, up and down. Just bobs like a chicken head. This joint's already pretty loose. I'm used to my figures being kind of stiff out of box, but everything else in this figure is pretty cool. The only thing I have a problem with is the head. When you do, oh, there goes my Miss Marvel setup. Well, good thing I got the shots out. Just ruined the cutout on that. But at least I got the shots done, so take that cutout off anyways. When you go to put the head on, I don't know if this was with everybody's, but it was with mine. I noticed when you go to stick the head on, it kind of doesn't want to go on due to the fact that this just wants to move around when you're trying to put the head on. So you really gotta like kind of hold it in place while you're trying to pop the head on. See, I'm having trouble just right here trying to show you guys. You gotta like either put your hand in front of it or make it like, it's really a pain in the ass to put on, and I've never had this kind of problem with any of the swap head figures, so just something I wanted to point out. Also on the shield, right when I put it on him, when I try to rotate it like that, it kind of almost wants to pop out of the plastic right here. I don't know if you guys could see that very well. Let's show you like that. See how the plastic's kind of bending out? It wants to just kind of push it like all the way out. So that's kind of a little issue. But yeah, the head is one of the most annoying ones. Like even the imports, I've had trouble with getting the heads on sometimes, but this one is just ridiculous. You gotta basically hold them in a position and force the head on. This head looks really good. I like the head sculpt on this one. But yeah, I mean, they're a little cheaper than buying the Legends individually, which would cost you around $60-something. But yeah, it's just kind of odd feeling. If you look right here, you can see the peg hole right here, but on this side it looks like it's really deep in there, so you never know, I might have an issue with this leg coming off at some point in time. But yeah, like I said though, the plastic on these, it feels really flimsy in the double jointed area, especially around the elbows on most of the figures now they putting out. If you are interested in this 3-pack, I don't know, the biggest selling point for me was the new Miss Marvel. She's pretty decent, has pretty good range of articulation, except when it comes to that when you try to pose her outward, in the legs outwards, it only wants to go so far, and looks like the plastic's just gonna almost split right there. So you don't really get any, like, she can't even do the splits. Like, that's as far as it goes. That's a big problem I've been seeing with a lot of the newer Marvel Legends, especially the Gamora figure which almost didn't have any articulation right there at all, which is sad. Because if you really want to do a dynamic pose, it's going to be that much harder to get her into that pose that you want and make it look natural. Also on my Miss Marvel, there's quite a bit of paint mess up on this left leg of hers, as you can probably tell. Actually, it's on both legs. The paint looks really shoddy on both legs. But overall, I was happy to get it for the retail price, because if I paid any more than that, I would have been really disappointed. Her face just has that kind of those dead eyes going on. No expression on the face. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. And her arms aren't even double. Her elbows aren't even double jointed. It's just a single joint. It doesn't allow for that much, much range of motion. That's as far as it goes. On this one, it doesn't even go all the way to a 90-degree angle for some reason. I don't want to break it, but yeah, this one won't even go to a full 90-degree angle. So a little disappointed with that pack, but overall, I get to add a Miss Marvel to my collection. I have the Toy Biz one, but I've been hesitant to open her because I don't have the whole Giant Man bath. So I went ahead and bought this one. I must say I'm not very impressed. At least her legs feel pretty decent when you pose them into the double jointed knee position. They feel pretty nice right there and tight. But other than that, pretty disappointed with this particular pack. Unless you really need these figures, I would say probably pass on this until they put out another version of her or another version of Radioactive Man. I'm sure we all have enough caps that we don't need to get an extra one. So that was kind of a bummer too. They could have put a ton of different people in the pack, but they put another Captain America. So that was my rant. And we'll go ahead and get back to the A.C.B.A. Alright, so here we are working on this A.C.B.A. setup I have right here. It's Miss Marvel beating the crap out of two different Ultrons. Technically they're the same, but they're two different figures, obviously. I got some flame effect from my Glenfire, S.H. Figuarts Glenfire, and I put that on Ultron's face to make it look like he just got power blasted by Miss Marvel. Now I know she doesn't shoot flames, but she does energy blast, but I don't really have anything good to use for the energy blast except for maybe the raw Zengon that came with my S.H. Figuarts Naruto. But I haven't used the Glenfire stuff since the A.C.B.A. tournament, so I figured I would use it. And I was trying to find a way to use this particular piece, but I was having trouble making it come from her hand and stick on the Ultron. So I just went ahead with the Glenfire. The Fire Fist is right here, and then his Fire Head is attached to the shoulder of Ultron. So now what I'm trying to do is get this cut out here somewhere. I need to get some good positioning on that. I could already tell it's going to be a little tricky because there's not much to stick it off. Or usually I'll stick it off somebody's shoulder or an accessory piece of some sort. But Miss Marvel doesn't really have anything like that going on. So what I'm going to try to do is maneuver this piece of wax. See a little piece? Try to maneuver it. That way it could kind of stick to her hair maybe, while not being seen completely. So that's gonna be the tricky part, and I don't want her falling down because she's kind of just balanced on this little Muppet Lab stand that came with a tie-down table. Oh, oh man, see, and there it all goes. All fell just for one cutout. Okay, well at least now I can, should have just took her off the base and used it like that. And now I can actually make it look like it's coming from her mouth. Maybe like that. The only problem is I'm having is trying to get it to stay. I think I got an idea. The only problem I'm having is getting it to stay straight because it's a lot of weight for a cutout. So it wants to kind of just slowly fall down. I think if I do that, it might work. No, looks weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a way to get that cutout in, but I just fucked up my whole display right there. That's part of the trouble that comes with A.C.B.A setups like this. You knock one thing over and you lose the whole setup. So luckily the Ultron pose is a little tricky, but I think I can get it going again in the right way. I have a gun propped behind his leg, behind his foot, to keep him kind of standing there. Okay, I got him now. Now she's off a little. And I still want to be able to... Oh, gosh damn. She does not want to stay on there. It's a difficult setup because I don't want too much of the gear showing. But I also want to make it look like she's directing her punch at him. Or the blast, I guess you would say. But what I'm trying to do is take away the obviousness of her being on the stand. I think that works pretty good. Now I just gotta find a way to get this cut out to stick on her. Or onto something protruding from her. This is often the most irritating part of A.C.B.A. is trying to get the cutouts proper. So I actually have an idea now. It sucks because I just put her up there. I'm gonna have to take her off. I'm gonna use this twisty tie that comes in most action figures. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna twist it around her neck. That way it's mostly hidden. And it's probably going to go down her back shoulder. So once I have it ready and set, I'll show you guys what it's going to look like. That's the cool thing about these little twisty tie things. They come in handy for a lot of different purposes. I've used them multiple times to set up cutouts the way I want to go. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to bend it through her little sash, around her hair and through her sash, so it kind of hides. And then I'm going to pop it out the way I need it to go for the cutout. Okay, so that's what I got on so far. And once I stick the cutout on there, it should be pretty good. I think I'm just going to put the wax onto the wire in the spot I want it to go. And then I'll probably just stick the cutout onto it. Now I just need to get the positioning of it proper. I want it to be sticking on there, but I also want to cover up as much of the wire as I can, which is proving to be just about as tricky as getting the cutout to stay on her herself. Okay, so I think I got it. It needs to just be a little higher. Every time I adjust it, it just looks more and more weird. Okay, so I'm gonna try with that one. Nice, I actually think that looks really good. Only problem is the cutout's blocking her face out a little bit. But I think if I throw a little extra light on her face, we can deal with that problem. One of the main problems I'm having right now is just getting the lighting right. These weird lights that I have cast a lot of odd shadows, so it kind of messes up some things sometimes. And I'm not using diffusers because these lights get really hot and actually tend to start smelling. And if last time I used a diffuser, it actually burnt onto the to the light, so I'm gonna stay away from that. So here's the scene. Let me go ahead and give you guys a better angle at it. Probably gonna shoot it from an angle like this. Show some destruction, some debris, something like that. Only problem is this light and this are kind of getting in the way. I wanted this piece to be in there a little, in the shot a little. Kind of look like they've already destroyed a bunch of crap. Something like that, but it's blocking out the Ultron piece that I want in there. If I turn it like that, that looks good. I'm going to work on the angle a little and work on the cutout a little. It's still not straight the way I want it to look. It should be a little straighter, like that. There we go. I think that looks better. I mean, it's still a little... There we go. That looks good. Alright, so we're going to probably shoot an angle like something like this. Probably this angle right here. Zoom in a little to get the cutout. And that should be gold. One other thing I wanted to show you was the way I got this Ultron wrapped around this column piece. I was actually really impressed with the way I did that. There's no strings, no stands. He's just kind of wrapped around it really well. Are they? Yeah, his bottom foot's being held by those. Flip the fire on him. I think it looks a little better. And now I'm ready to take the shot. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. This has been a little behind the scenes A.C.B.A. showing you how it's done, showing you how to use the cutouts, and just to let you know, this cutout was not taken from any Marvel comic. It was actually one I just randomly found on the internet. It's really hard sometimes to find the proper cutouts you're looking for if you don't read enough comics. I haven't read too much stuff involving actual Miss Marvel, but she's always been one of my favorite female characters, so I really wanted to do a display with her. Now I need to get this Ultron. I need to get the pose better a little, so that way she's pointing at him a little better. As you can tell, she's kind of pointing past him, so I need to fix that up. I'll show you guys the shot. Alright, so thanks a lot for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends. See you guys later.